Okay, so just finished seeing the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, or re-envisioning, because it's different enough from the original. Now, as I've done before in my reviews of Freddy movies, over time he became a real caricature of himself. He wasn't as frightening. You know, this Freddy, by Jackie Earle Haley, is a frightening Freddy. You know, it's not, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. You know, it's none of that, like, real, ironic way of killing people. This is the straight up, I've got the claw, and I'm gonna kill you with the claw. What I'm gonna do first? Probably gonna mess with you a little bit more. I mean, you know, for the most part, the acting in this one, pretty good. They do build decent amounts of tension in this one. You know, I like that they went a lot more into the backstory of how Freddy Krueger was created. You know, it's always been hinted at that he was... Older versions had him, he was the son of a nun, and she was raped by 1,000 maniacs. And they've also hinted at, you know, he was kind of a child molester. This one, again, hinted heavily that he was a child molester, and the parents hunted him down and kind of accidentally killed him. But the way this one is laid out, it's done well. You know, from like the first kill in the movie to the last kill in the movie, there's more gore in this one. They really kind of go, you know what, we're going to scare people. We're going to have people die in some vicious ways. Again, you really can't compare, you can probably compare first Robert Englund Freddy to Jackie Earle Haley Freddy. And I still feel Robert Englund, because, you know, I loved Freddy growing up. I did. That was by far my favorite horror icon. And this one was done beautifully well. You know, this works for the newer generation. I mean, this is actually, I'll be honest, some parts made my skin kind of crawl, because there's just that little tension, and the dialogue Jackie Earle Haley's Freddy has is good. I will complain that the makeup is kind of, I don't know, he looks more like someone who was burned to death. He doesn't have, you know, it's not as ornate as the Robert Englund makeup, but it's done really well. It looks a lot more realistic. And, you know, this one was a very solid hour and a half. I'll be honest, I really enjoyed this one. And he was the last one of the big, you know, 3 or 4 horror icons to get a remake. And I'll be honest, this one, I went into it kind of apprehensive because I love the original. It's hard to top that one. You know, Robert Englund knocked it out of the park. And this one, Jackie Earle Haley, I'll be honest, I think he probably did other takes of certain scenes that were probably so much creepier than what made it into this movie. I mean, he did a phenomenal job. But I'll be honest, I keep on thinking there's some scenes on the cutting room floor that they probably went, and we just, ooh, okay, that is way, 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 way too creepy. And this one's good. Creepy, nice setting to it, good use of music, good use of updated special effects. Overall, this is actually a worthy re-envisioning. I actually wouldn't mind seeing this character and this style continue in a few other movies. Don't do a prequel. Do nice, solid sequels. You know, stay clean of some of the comedy and make it a good old-fashioned slasher horror flick. Oh, and I will say this, they didn't include the nursery rhyme, however, it was done faster. It was done like kids are skipping, 1, 2, Freddy's coming. I said before, like, the older ones, 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you, 3, 4, better lock your door. I still prefer the slow sound from one by 2 little girls. A lot creepier than like 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. It just doesn't work. It needs to be that slow, methodical. It needs to be, you know, that was, you had the then you had the piano from Halloween. Freddy had that nursery rhyme. It needs to be slow, methodical, and feel like cold fingers up the back of your spine. You know, beyond that, and The makeup, I could have done with a little bit more. I want to see a little bit more of like severe burn, but he looked like a burn victim. I mean, I can't knock that. So primarily just the nursery rhyme. That was it. It needed to be a little bit slower and just a little bit creepier. But beyond that, this was a beautifully done movie.